the first of a doubleheader on CSN. The Flyers tonight at 7 o'clock this afternoon. 76ers fans getting set for NBA basketball. Join us as the Sixers take on the Atlanta Hawks. Embiid, that's for three, and down it goes, and they're loving it already at Wells Fargo. Net ball thrown away by Kent Bazemore, and Embiid picking cherries, gets two. Have missed their first five for the floor.
A healthier offseason for Korver this year as opposed to last.
That's going to feel good for Dario Saric. Schroeder finally gets them on the board. Dennis Schroeder for Okafor. That is Bazemore attempting another three. Howard always a very good offensive rebound. And Korver, of course, one of the best shooters really the league has ever seen. Dwight Howard.
Dario's got to turn that over and just punch that. No time for it to look pretty.
Sixth all-time in threes and three-point percentage.
Healthier this year, Mark, and he's got his legs under him from the get-go. I imagine him to put up really good numbers.
It's a great point. 9-0 Atlanta push. Korver again. Signed a 4-year, $70 million deal as an unrestricted free agent as they found Millsap. Millsap in all likelihood will be their leading scorer once again. Saric trying to pay him back, and in fact he did. Four-speed it to Howard. Here's Rodriguez. Sergio Rodriguez. Millsap, a guy who could stump a stat sheet. And of course he could score with the best of them.
Get back.
Scala's got a good touch, puts it on the floor, and
year out since departing campus in Lewisburg.
Rodriguez and the Sixers here with a fresh 24. Stauskas lining up a three, and down it goes.
Well, it was uncharacteristic, if you will, the other night. Not knocking down any threes, but yet found ways to be effective.
The Atlanta defense forcing the third Sixer turnover and running the floor, the 13-year veteran Chris Humphries. Number 5, Malcolm Delaney, 27-year-old rookie from Virginia Tech, 21-19. Three on the way from Delaney, and he rattles it in.
Much different kind of offense without Dwight Howard in the ball game. Even last year, Mark, this is a team that only posted up 6 times a game, the Hawks.
That was
for offensive boards.
Excellent point. Jeremy Grant, we know he's a tremendous home and season opening victory against Washington. TJ McConnell, who did not take a shot the other night. McConnell and Holmes unable to connect. Here's Hardaway Jr. running the floor, and good pressure by the Hawks, and Humphries comes up with it for Atlanta. About an 8-second difference between the clocks, and now with Stauskas going for the steal, and Hardaway is able to get all the way to the cup for two. No, here's one right here. One of the main reasons they got Howard. And there's Embiid to say no, and you know Joel, he's not dissuaded. He continues to be aggressive,
staying aggressive and anticipating that move, and it's as if Jaleel almost sent him to help, knowing where JoJo's going to be.
Schroeder, that time over the game. That's the eye-opener right there.
Indeed, and now it makes you come out and defend.
Rodriguez, he wants him. There's the double by Bazemore. Nice find for a three from Thompson, and down it goes. Beautifully done. 37.5% shooting. By San Antonio's system, where ball movement is imperative, and you hope it ends up in the hands of shooters like Kyle Korver. Tim Hardaway back into the game. Scala, we mentioned he could shoot a little bit.
Getting a lot going to the basket right now. The Sixers settling for outside looks.
Timely bucket by Sergio Rodriguez out of the timeout. Scala gets an easy. Rodriguez, up it goes for Holmes, and they continue. Saric has Schroeder here on a switch. Good luck staying with him. Stauskas lining up a three. All caught. Schroeder on a switch. That leaves Rodriguez on Millsap.
It's another thing to go up against some resistance, but you could always supply energy and enthusiasm.
Nicely worked that time between Henderson and it. 9 for Joel. Now he's jousting with Howard down low, and Howard accepting the lob to the front of the rim.
And what he does is he walks you up the lane, so he leaves a lot of room behind. Nice drive by El Chacho.
Schroeder given room by Saric. That's an important shot. 20-minute or so. Minute restriction on Embiid. They work that play beautifully, and Bazemore's for a struggling Robert Covington. Embiid thinking about a three, blows by everybody and lays it in. Came up with a pick. Sixers need a nice little spurt here of 8 to 10 straight to really get back into it, but Kent Blige, and now here they go. Okafor got it. His second bucket. Grant meeting up with Muscala, erased by Humphries. Grant blowing by everybody and throwing it down. And a terrific feed by T.J. McConnell. McConnell for Holmes, who threw it down. Nabbed it like an orange in midair and slammed it. An opportunity to shoot a three-pointer, did not. Here's a three-pointer from Hardaway, and he drains it. And finally, Atlanta hits something from the free thing. And this afternoon, 16,312 at Wells Fargo Center.
And the Hawks.
Millsap, keep in mind, he outweighs Jeremy Grant by about 25. Muscala on the team at 23. Now the oldest on the Sixers at 30. There, as if on cue, the runner. Embiid has Millsap, and he wants him hard to the goal, and Millsap had the final word.
Great timing on that substitution. It looked like he was just starting to drag a little bit.
Shooting in this game. 14 off the bench. Sean Holmes, another hookup. Delaney, 7-year-old rookie, he's got 8. Holmes again, this time he used the glass.
I remember when he was a freshman, I played on a team full of seniors for Phil Martelli the year they won the A-10 champion. That team had Halil Kanasevic, among others, when Bembry was a freshman.
You mentioned Dwight Howard.
Get that out of your system right now. If nothing else, feel better about your jumper leaving this gym.
Cephalosha off the turnover. Right now he's got to deal with the 6'9", 235-pound Chris Humphries as Cephalosha gets two in a timeout. Brett Brown. The Atlanta Hawks, well,
Watched him play a lot, don't know his scouting report. A slasher, a guy who could grab it off the glass and go end to end, as we take a look at the drive down the middle of Broad Street.
You played for the Celtics, I presume.
I did.
Good look inside to the aforementioned Eddie Tavares. By the way, it's the 30th assist. Be interesting to see in the East. You know, Cleveland. Then you might say Toronto would be next, but then, oh, beautifully done that time as Holmes is here with Bembry against Stauskas. Got it done.
Uniform colors changed, but other than that, nothing much. It's pretty good.
32-point victory for Atlanta. Final score of 104-72.